Boy, they is out here trying to whack the dawn left and right. Whistleblower comes out alleging the second assassination attempt may have been a Secret Service inside job. What in the Sam hell is going on out here in these streets, man? Hold on, I need to belch. Excuse me. I do that for the ladies so they can be like, "Ooh, you so disgusting, but I like you." Watch this. Dear Acting Director Rowe, my office has received the new whistleblower information regarding the most recent attempt on the life of former President Donald J. Trump, raising troubling questions about the Secret Service protocols on that day. A whistleblower with direct knowledge of the Secret Service protection from former President Donald J. Trump's golf course in West Palm Beach, an individual who has in fact protected President Trump at the very same location, alleges that there are known vulnerabilities in the fence line surrounding the course, places that offer a clear line of sight to the former president and other players on the course. As a result, the whistleblower alleges it has been Secret Service protocol to post up agents at these vulnerable spots when Donald Trump visits the course. That apparently did not happen on September 15th. Instead, the government was permitted to remain along or near the fence along the fence line for 12 hours. It's further unclear from your recent press conferences whether agents swept the perimeter of the golf course at any point or whether drones were used to surveil the fence line. The reality is that the would-be assassin should have never been able to linger around the course for that long. Please answer immediately the following questions raised by the new whistleblower allegations. Now, this is Josh Hawley. Josh Hawley is an American patriot, ladies and gentlemen. This man be on his game. Did Secret Service personnel post up at known vulnerabilities in the perimeter fence? Did Secret Service personnel sweep the perimeter prior to the former president's arrival on the site? Did Secret Service use K-9 units or unmanned aerial systems elements to monitor the perimeter of the golf course? How were they used? If counter-surveillance personnel were present at the golf course on September 15th, as you stated at a recent press conference, in what manner were they deployed? Why did they not detect the gunman sooner? What was the specific counter-surveillance mitigation plan for the known vulnerabilities outside the fence line that day? Sincerely, Josh Hawley. Let me tell you something. See this boy right here, Josh Hawley? The one that's running around stumping from Missouri, he just stumping on everybody's neck. Thank you, Jesus, for some Josh. Thank you, Jesus, for some Josh Hawley. Because he just stumping on him. He got him a whistleblower, and he blowing the whistle all over the place. Now, I'm interested in seeing what the Secret Service director had to say about this. Now, this right here is keeping pressure on these lying-ass people. Pardon my language. I got to slow down with the cursing. Let's substitute that ASS word, it's my last time saying it, with a new word. We use dirty sandy beaches for that phrase. Let's just use donkeys. That's what they are. So, for these lying donkeys, he is on their donkey. He got his foot all up in their donkey. Yes, sir. He got it all up in their donkey. Now, let me see. I'll be right back. Let me see what the guy had to say from the Secret Service. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. So here he is, the acting director of the Secret Service, Mr. Rowe. And I was trying to find the whole speech of what he was saying. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he's talking in reference to the very first assassination attempt on Donald J. Trump. He's not talking about the second one. But nonetheless, I got to figure out a way to make sure I'm looking at the camera. If I use that AI to look at the camera, my eyes going to look all big like an alien. I might just do that to y'all just to have some fun with it. But nonetheless, the last time I did it, my eyes was as big as my glasses. Now, I'm blind, but I ain't that damn blind. Watch this. So, everybody knows that the last Secret Service director was a woman who was like, we need more DEI hires, and that's why they had problems. So here comes this guy. He looks strong. Look at him. He looks strong. He looked like he was in the military. He looked like a damn jarhead. Look at that head on that boy. That head is big. Look like bullets bounce off that head, right? Then I'm listening to him, and this is a snippet, and I admit, but I'm listening to what he's saying, And it sounds like he's saying he don't have all the resources that he needs. Now, somebody could have just cut this out and did it this way, but for some reason I can't find the whole speech, and I'm pretty good at finding things. But nonetheless, so what happens is they come out and the whistleblower say they pretty much stood down again and let somebody take shots at Don. In this, excuse me, hold on, let's see when Josh Hawley posted what he had to say. This happened on September 20th at 1 p.m. Where did you go, Joshua Hawley? Josh Hawley. Oh, Josh. Oh, Josh. Where are you, Josh Hawley? Josh Hawley. That is not how you spell. Where did the S-E come from? J-O-S-H. Hawley. There he is. What up, Josh? Well, we already know Joe Biden running the country. Josh, where is your whistleblower letter? There it is. This came out on the 18th. Okay, so we've established what we were looking to establish. So on the 18th, Josh blew the whistle. Boop, boop. This guy comes out and says, hey, man, we don't have everything we need. Listen to him.
But I think the importance here is we have to be able to, at a moment's notice, surge people to where they need to go. And if we're going to be having to mitigate, and that's what we do. We're in the risk mitigation business. We are not in the risk elimination business.
Stop, pause. This is what he's saying. Now, and keep in context what Josh Hawley came out yesterday. And Josh Hawley said, well, there are 5 teams of assassins, like Assassin's Creed, the video game. There are 5 teams of assassins after Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump has 5 teams of assassins after him. I'm talking about they got cloaks on, they got daggers, they flipping out of the sky, throwing ninja stars at people. It's going down out here in these streets. And he comes out and says, well, damn it, I gotta tell the truth. I gotta find a reason to tell what's going on. And hey, man, we got to have the resources to deploy to protect the damn president. So is he saying to me and you, ladies and gentlemen, is he trying to tell me and trying to tell you, wake up, pay attention. Is he trying to tell me and tell you that the reason why they didn't have people at the golf course is because they don't have enough people? Hold on. Rewind. Hold up. Wait. This might be shedding some light on why Josh Hawley said what he had to say in the letter. We're going to listen to this, then we're going to go back and we're going to read the letter again. Wake up. Wake up. Let's listen to what he got to say.
And so we have to be able to have the personnel, the assets, and be able to spread those out.
The personnel, people, the assets. What is an asset? All right. If I'm an organization, he could be calling people assets, but I think he's talking about equipment. So he's saying we'd have to have the people and the equipment to do what now?
Those out for an indefinite period of time in the event that another situation, a geopolitical conflict or some other tension requires us to do so.
And what the hell geopolitical conflict or tension got to do with you protecting the president? Unless, ladies and gentlemen, here's what they may be doing. See, watch this. Let's just think our way through this, because we are thinking individuals here in the dark waters. And when you think, you dig into the deep wells of people's minds, and you penetrate deep in the wells, and then you draw water out of the well, and then you drink of that water. What if there's this limited amount of Secret Service agents, limited by the president, but the president is not the president. Joe Biden is the president. I'll show you that in the next video. So what if there's this limited amount of Secret Service that's assigned to go around and protect everybody? And let's just happen to say that when they leave and go, somebody travels and leave to go to a different jurisdiction, that there's by, what would it be, by practice or by their rules and guidelines, that a certain number of agents needs to go with people who travel into foreign, let's read it again, infinite period of time in event of another situation, a geopolitical conflict, or some tensions required to do so. So let's just say there's some kind of geopolitical conflict or a tension where a U.S. ambassador is, or a U.S. senator is, or a former president went into that region, and now that former president takes all those Secret Service resources with him in that direction. Technically, it's a loophole, right? Like, if you don't have enough people and it's based on the rules, and this guy's in a geopolitical area where there's a conflict or a tension, then he got to get the Secret Service. So somebody's left short of Secret Service agents. All right, stop, pause right there. That's what I'm thinking. Now let's backtrack a little bit. Let's find the Josh Hawley letter. Oh, Josh Hawley. Oh, there it is. Stop. Go. Don't do it. Stay there. Okay, so Josh released this on the 18th. Now let's reread the letter. But let's just go through the question and answers part. As a result, whistleblower alleges it has been Secret Service protocol to post up agents at vulnerable spots when Trump visits the course. That apparently didn't happen on September 15th. Instead, the government was permitted along or near the fence for some 12 hours. I said that in the beginning. It make no damn sense that man sitting there on that damn fence right next to the road for 12 damn hours. That didn't make no damn sense. But this is where it really gets interesting. It is further unclear from your recent press conference whether agents swept the perimeter of the golf course at any point, or whether drones were used to surveil the fence line. The reality is that the would-be assassin should have never been able to linger around the course for that long undetected. And then he questions him. He says, did Secret Service personnel, quote unquote, post up? Did Secret Service personnel sweep the perimeter prior to the former president's arrival on site? Did Secret Service use K-9 units or unmanned aerial systems, which would be elements, and to monitor the perimeter of the golf course, and how were they used? If counter surveillance personnel were present at the golf course on September 15th, what was the specific counter surveillance mitigation plan for the known vulnerabilities outside the fence that day? Now, if I'm thinking from a perspective of a Josh Hawley, and I got a whistleblower sitting across from me, right? And the whistleblower sitting there drinking his coffee. And he said, well, Senator Williams, I came to blow the whistle on what's going on with Donald Trump. I'll be like, thank you. All right, let's talk about it. And he goes in and saying, okay, they didn't have the right personnel. They didn't use K-9s. They didn't use UAVs. They didn't use none of the stuff they're supposed to use. And I would say, okay, hold on. Let's get this together. So what you're trying to tell me is these are things that they use traditionally and they've used in the past when you were there. Yes, we used all these things. Why wouldn't they use those things? Well, sir, either they don't have access to them or they're choosing not to use them. Okay, so what you're telling me is either the head of Secret Service stood down? No, sir, I don't think it's the head of Secret Service. He doesn't control what he gets. So what you're telling me, there's a shortage in agents and assets? Yes, sir. Well, how do I present this to the Secret Service director to pull out and make him answer what the problem is? Well, sir, we need to address the fact that it's known that you should post men up. It's known that there should be counter surveillance. It's known that someone should sweep the perimeter, and it's known that K-9 units and UASs are supposed to be used. And so I did not go craft this letter, and I sent it to Director Rowe. Hey, Rowe, what the hell are you doing? Now I'm going to go a little bit further than this. What if there ain't no damn whistleblower at all? Yeah. What if Josh Hawley is just that damn gangster? So what Josh said, hey, Don, And Donna's like, hey, Josh, how are you, Josh? It's good to hear from you, Josh. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fantastic. Things are fine. Things are fine. You took a shot at me, and they didn't hit, and I'm fine. I'm inside. I'm watching Duck Dynasty right now. Mr. President, you watching Duck Dynasty? Yeah, I love Duck Dynasty. And it's a horrible thing that they're doing to the ducks and cats in Ohio and the Haitians. And hold on, sir. I had a question for you. Yeah. Shoot, Josh. The Secret Service director. Damn, I shouldn't have cursed like that. The Secret Service agents is dirty, sandy beach, right? Yeah, absolutely. The Secret Service is not doing their job. Well, sir, could you just walk me through what they did prior to this? What you saw? Well, normally they would sweep the perimeter, they'll post guys up. I had K9s, I had, UAVs, I had all this. Josh, I'm not having none of this. Josh is like, don't worry about it, sir. I know what to do. Calls his aide in. Kelly, come in here. All right, sir, have a good day. And Donald Trump's like, okay, Josh, it's great talking to you. You're phenomenal. You're the best congressman there ever was in the history of being in Congress. Since Congress was founded, there's nobody like you, okay? Bye, click. So watch this. So Josh said, come here, Kelly. Look, he takes some notes. Draft me up a letter. We gonna put Rowan in the corner. Draft this letter, and we gonna ask these questions. And then I'm gonna go out on the news and I'm gonna talk about it. So while she drafting the letter, he start getting on the phone. Hey man, I need to do an interview. So now he on the interview talking about the vulnerabilities and what's going on, putting pressure on him. It might not be no damn whistleblower at all. It might not be. It could be. It might not be. But it could be. But it might just be Josh Hawley being a gangster. I don't know. But here's what I do know. I know Bitcoin is at $62,957. And I'm making me some money. I know that Josh is doing a damn good job. That's what I know. Yes, sir. That's what I know for sure.